Hey, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 7th already. Hey to all those coming in. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Yes, my notification is working, apparently. New location, who dis? Trying to work and whatnot. So for all those who work from home, you know exactly.
No, I can't hear that.
So for all those who work from home, howdy.
Hi. No, I can't hear that. Hold on, let me turn this on.
Is the mid mashup. How's everybody doing? Trying to say hi, everybody. Is it that kind of a Wednesday?
I don't even. I don't have no words. It's crazy.
No comment.
I feel like I'm in the Matrix.
I like the whole nude.
That's what I was going for. Like, okay, I'm just gonna blend on in.
I'm doing blue.
Okay, yeah. Stand on that.
All right, because hair's in the bun. So it ain't getting done. Da.
It's bun or braids. Buns or braids. Bun or braids.
Well, I straightened it, but it's not like exactly how I like it. So bun.
It just went back into a bun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just how it is. Those in the chat, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? Just you got to work with something. So
that boy gonna say love the bun hair, so that's good. Now to the
good. Okay. I'm lagging over here, as usual. Love. Oh shoot! Trying to multitask.
I be sitting up here accepting things that I ain't even paying attention to. Lord, what if I just accepted? Lord have mercy. Okay.
What?
I just accepted a meeting. I don't know when it is. I just hit accept.
Yep, just added it on to the calendar.
Added it on to the calendar.
That's how I missed the meeting last week. Was it last week? Was it last week? I totally and then my supervisor was like, what happened? I was like, well, see, I didn't eat lunch, so I was really hungry and I totally forgot about the meeting.
Hey, I know what it is. Like, if I could turn back time.
Yeah.
If I could
find a way. Yes.
Okay. I'm just saying it's over now. It's so.
You know what I would love to do? We would be awesome at it though. Just, I would love to do like that 10-second clip of songs, like guess the song, and all you get is 10 seconds.
Look, you trying to get me up for the okie doke. You know I don't know the name of them songs.
No, you just gotta finish the lyrics. Finish the lyrics. That's what it is.
Oh, finish the lyrics. I think I could do
I can't name songs either. Hey, Edward. I think I forgot to say hi to you. I try to say hi to everybody, but this computer is... Oh, the stories that I have. Tried to cash in this used MacBook at the Apple store. Boy, did I look like a clown.
No, they didn't. Clown, busy mama. No, they didn't.
The dude was like, just go home. Just don't even worry about it. Just keep it. I was like, what?
Couldn't give you nothing? What?
Apple be tripping. By the way, did you guys see the new iPhones? They just came out. Did you see them?
The new iPhones. First of all, I just got this one. This is a 13.
That's
Or
cute.
something.
Mine
But
is the
I
think
don't
11.
understand it. That's a new one?
No, this is 11 Pro Max. Some crap. I bought it off Poppy something. I seen somebody. Oh, Denise Ponce. She had a video. She bought some iPhones off of there because you can find like really cheap ones. Go Google it if you guys want an iPhone for really cheap. They're refurbished. You don't get the latest greatest, but this was the iPhone 11, I think, Pro Max. So anyway, the new phones on the Pro Max, which is what I like, big old giant screen. They have the most beautiful. It's almost like this purple. You know, I love purple, and I've been waiting for them to make a purple phone. I mean, they came out with like some lilac a few years back. It wasn't everything, but this one like totally matches everything I wear on a daily basis. So, not getting it though. I'll tell you that.
Because how much was it?
It's $1,000.
Woo!
But they're all like
pay it out. Can you pay on it? Can you put something on it? Couple dollars here, couple dollars there.
If they had like a sale, the buy one get one.
Oh, you went to the Apple store or the other thing that you was talking about?
No, I went to the Apple store.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
But while I was talking about Apple, they just released the new iPhones today. So
what's the name of it?
Look at Lavish said, "Oh, if it's purple, I'm getting it." You see? It is beautiful. Maybe I can share my screen so I can show you. They have the typicals, black, silver, gold, but then they added the deep purple. It's giving life. Okay. Who has 1K? Oh, 1K for the phone. Yeah, 1K. So we're talking about Aries Spears. He's in the news lately. As soon as I show you these phones, Aries Spears he's not in like trouble. It's just like drama. It appears he's always in drama.
He always been drama. And my whole thing is stop with this cancel culture. Cancel culture. Everybody want to get some cancel somebody.
Okay, so
you don't want to watch them. You don't need to corral a whole group of people to say, let's cancel. Man, get your life.
I got my notes. Ready.
That's the part that I don't like. Goodness.
Yeah. So that was one of the things that I wrote down. Should we ban artists, comedians, actresses, or actors who did stuff years ago or currently? Should we? Like, how do we feel about it?
No, first of all, I think as artists that's coming up with all this, first of all, I do not like sketch comedy. I think it is wackadoodle. Okay, myself personally, I don't like SNL. I don't like none of that. I already told y'all that. That was on Big Daddy Bearded Gaming channel when he was talking about comedians. I just don't like sketch comedy. It's corny. I don't get it. But they should have the right to go ahead and do whatever. Now, with this little stuff that they pulling out, I can't watch nothing like that with the kids and stuff like that. I think they do spins on there, like that little boy sitting up in Ghost. Shoot, that was too much for me. Shoot, y'all could have created something. I don't think kids should be in the entertainment industry at all. You need to introduce.
Oh, you talking about Sixth Sense?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Whatever, them all them evil, not evil movies, but all those kind of movies that make you whatever. I just don't think that none of that stuff like my kids have never worn no scary Halloween costume. They ain't gonna be one of these action figures or something like that. We ain't have no axe in the side of the head or none of that. It's already hard to differentiate between fact and fiction. No. Let me turn off this heat because I done got hot.
You in that heat, man.
I didn't take no iron today. It might be low. What? My doctor, that reminds me. My doctor never did. I never did see what she said about my blood. I just started taking whatever I felt like taking.
Nope. Okay. So I agree with Celestial on this one. Things change and evolve, but racist and homophobic comments and statements should be punished. I agree with that.
Sure. But you know what? Yeah, I agree with that. But I was watching something earlier and they was talking about how Eddie Murphy Raw had that was the funniest doggone.
I was just about to mention him.
Oh, I'm get out your head, huh?
No, go ahead.
Man, some of the stuff that he said back then, that wasn't nobody even tripping about that stuff back then. And now it'll be seen in a different light. But I mean, we can't say, oh, he should go apologize for how he said. No, that was how he was, you know, articulating his craft, his art. He like, I mean, my whole opinion is there is an off button on whatever you watching, or you can walk out and turn around and go away. It's gonna be what it is. Because I was like, people, I'm telling you, people have been calling us names all my life. Okay, this man, I'm telling y'all, I'm walking down the street. I'm a little girl walking down the street. I don't know what I was doing, walking by myself, but I'm walking down the street and walking on the sidewalk. This man crept on by. You show up, pretty little dark girl.
Oh God!
Man, if you don't get your corny self on somewhere, right? And so I picked up a rock and I threw it at him like that. Don't play with me, okay? I told you, I'm not too far. I was already, you know, about that light
on the edge over there.
Okay, and so, but you know, people gonna always have something to say, and we, you know, it's always something trying to come up with some divisiveness. You know what I'm saying? Something to divide people. But anyway, let me just
I do think that racist and intentional what do you like demonizing or intentionally making fun of people of color or ethnicity or whatever, intentionally to put them down or to degrade them is one thing.
Right.
Comedy is supposed to be an expression, in my opinion. I love comedy. Hey, Nikki. I love comedy. I grew up watching a lot of comedians, a lot of whatever. Eddie Murphy was played in the house all the time. He was always, the mute button was like close, or, you know, cover your ears. You can't hear this. You can't see this. Like he was foul. Hey, Tay Weezy.
Hey, everybody.
So comedy is something that I really do like. Do I think sometimes people have gone far? Probably. Now, this thing with Aries. First, I wanted Aries Spears is he's a comedian. He's been around forever. Okay. I've seen him twice in person back in the day, and he is hilarious, or was. You know, the comic relief that he was doing was great. And really, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, comedy is supposed to be, you know, giving light to certain subjects so you can laugh about it, you know, not cry. However, Mr. Aries has gone, I think, a little too far down the deep end. And it appears that he gets in trouble for talking, you know, a lot. What am I sharing here? Did I hit the right screen?
I don't see anything.
You know, it could be a whole different thing if I press the wrong button right here. So recently, let's just summarize. Recently, he was in the news because he was making fun of Lizzo and being overweight. And now he's in the news because he did a comic skit with Tiffany Haddish, which we will not be replaying on this channel. You can go find it wherever. So his comic skit with Tiffany Haddish apparently depicts a pedophile. And Tiffany Haddish is playing this single mom who's leaving her child with quote unquote Uncle Pete. Sorry, Pete. You know, it just happens to be the name. And he is a pedophile just by the actions that he's doing in the skit. You know, like he's looking at this kid drooling sort of way. Totally inappropriate nowadays, I think, because pedophilia has become a thing that is not um, toned down enough. Like it's out there. There's a lot of it. You see a lot of Congress people getting in trouble for it. You see people of high stature getting in trouble for, you know, messing around with little kids, teachers. I mean, it happens constantly in Florida. I mean, you hear all kinds of stuff happening in high school.
Oh Lord.
And it used to be, right? Like you would hear jokes about the college teacher or the college professor, right? This is like a whole different thing. This is leaving your kid with somebody who appears to be a known pedophile, right? Is it really comic relief? Is it really funny? No. Like, I think you went too far on that one.
Mm.
And these parents allegedly, because I know nothing, I wasn't there. Allegedly, these parents were told that their kids were auditioning for like Nickelodeon or different roles that weren't the role that they were playing.
I just have a hard time believing that. They'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna go." What do they even know each other from? How do you meet Tiffany Haddish? Because I've been trying to meet her for years.
You've been trying to meet her,
okay, for at least 2 years, and I can't run into her to save my life. But they just done ran up on Tiffany Haddish some kind of way, and then you go say, "Yeah, go ahead, take them on with you." What are they doing? Who does that?
I don't know.
I mean, apparently a lot of people, people do that, but that makes no sense. I'm like, where we need to be at what time? I have them up there. Let me put my Fitbit back on. I'm trying to get my.
But you're a responsible parent.
I'm like, but then okay, remember, then my whole thing is something happens and like you wasn't aware of it. That's one thing. But now it's like 7-8 years later. Now what? Now she hot you all on it. Now you want to put all this stuff out there. But what I mean, instead of filing civil charges, who did I know that they asked the DA to arrest them immediately now, but this happened 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Oh, I know.
And why didn't you file them criminal charges before you file those civil charges? I just don't understand it. I don't get it. You don't try to extort the folks. That didn't work. So now you're gonna put this out into the media. It was I don't find none of that stuff funny at all. No. And and it make me want to go do.
Yeah.
But like, who just sends their child off with a complete? I don't care how famous they are.
And apparently, Tiffany was in foster care, so
right.
She should know better, or at least know of some terrible situations.
Yeah, you know,
to even like, this is all alleged, right? Because none of it has really been founded. I mean, why is it coming out right now? Who the hell knows? But like,
because
you should know better.
She done ran up against one of them queens, baby, and the queens said they said, "Oh no, you're not finna come for the queen, honey." Okay, Lizzo is up there with Beyonce, man. Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. Lizzo with the dizzo. Okay. But let me tell you. So they came out there and played, oh, this little whatever. But he been weird. That's why he got punched in the face on that little what's that dude name? The one that I always talking about women. His comedy really ain't that funny to me either. Yeah. That's why he got punched in the face by old boy on that podcast type thing. Shut your mouth.
Yeah. See, then that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a line between being funny, being a comedian, and then you're just being rude and disrespectful to people. I mean, if you're on stage, you're doing an act, right? If you're in public and making appearances and things, you have to come off of that character a little bit, right? And I also wanted to mention something about actors and things. It was John Leguizamo. He wanted to boycott a movie that's coming out about Fidel Castro and John Franco, or Franco, somebody is playing Fidel Castro. And John Leguizamo said, "Oh no, we need to boycott this. Latinos, blah blah blah. He's not Latino. He shouldn't be playing a Latino." And when you go do some research, John Leguizamo played a few characters that he doesn't fit the ethnicity either.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like people just come after, like he did this way in the past. Like he played a French guy, he played a Mexican, and he's none of that. James Franco, thank you. And so when you start coming for people, you become a hypocrite because you did it too. So why does it make it bad for this person to do it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling like something is more to this story when it comes to Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. Like, why is this all? I know you said somebody probably ran up on her, but why is this all of a sudden coming out now?
But see, that's the whole thing. Like, because it's body shaming, fat shaming, body imaging has been like all through social media here recently in the last couple of weeks or 2 months or so like that. And Sharon Garon actually did a live about it. And because like they say, whenever you point one finger forward, you got 3 of them looking back at you, and plus the thumb. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just all I think about is like the Stepford wife, and everybody look the same.
Right.
We are so diverse. We have every nationality, every color, every shape, skin complexion, every shape, whatever, and that's what makes everything beautiful. But people, want to put attack because usually they feel insecure about themselves. Okay. And so he reason probably why he haven't said anything, because Tiffany put out a statement. When I was doing some searching earlier, he had not put out a statement, but some of the other comedians were saying, this was satire or whatever, and they need to hear from them. Was it supposed to be a public service announcement, and it just
it went wrong?
Yeah, and it didn't do well, but
I don't know. And I don't know. When you mess with fire, you bound to get burned. So maybe you shouldn't be dabbling in none of those topics.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of people who just got a whole bunch of stuff going on. We just don't know about it. It ain't just out there. So I'm telling you.
She was in Scientology. Oh Lord.
Who?
I'm assuming Tiffany Haddish. I doubt.
No, ain't no way. Lefty,
I doubt
Jewish.
Lizzo.
She just found out her dad was Jewish, so she been doing the whole Jewish thing, right?
Oh God. Wait, she did the 23andMe? No way.
She found a pappy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, do y'all watch it's a show called on Hulu, it's called what is it called? Celebrity something. But it basically they put the relatives of famous people on a reality show, like reality show, and they have to, the other house guests have to guess who they related to.
Oh.
Yeah. Tiffany Haddish's sister was on the show.
She gave a very telling account on her life. Oh, on David Letterman. Oh, the one where he does the one-on-one. I forgot. I was watching some of them.
She has an interview talking about it. What? Just getting all wacky-dacky. And then,
yeah,
I know.
I think she's been through a lot, but that doesn't excuse poor behavior or poor judgment.
Poor judgment. Mm-hmm.
No way. Especially when you get up there, you become more accountable. You become more noticed. You do some crazy crap when you're young and poor, and nobody gives a damn about you. They don't even know your name. Go ahead, but not when you got a little bit of cash attached. Yeah, the stage. Yeah, it's a nice little setting. David Letterman is, like I have. We're not talking about David Letterman, but I like and I don't like him. But
Mhm.
it's just sometimes he becomes too chameleon like. Like, boy, I know you ain't listening to no rap. Stop it. Stop. He did a whole. He interviewed Kanye, I think, and I watched a few of them already.
Mhm.
But that's a good one. I should watch that. Hey, Tam Tam.
Hey,
Yeah,
Tam
her
Tam.
story is touching, and I think she should. Right, because of it. Because of it. Now she's
Right.
tangled with the wrong fool. Like, really the wrong one. Because this guy, Aries, I mean, he used to be back in the day, he used to be on and popping, celebrity. Now he's just like, trouble. He's a troubled person.
And then some people in that space, they think any what is it called, any press is good press, any
Yeah.
being that mm-mm. But they're saying, like, do you remember when Cat Williams was on a
What?
radio station talking about Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish?
Mhm.
Now, everybody be trying to be capping on Kevin Hart. I mean, not Kevin Hart, but Cat Williams, because they say he be doing the most. But when Kevin Hart had that accident, fled the scene, and we
Mhm.
ain't heard nothing about that no more either. Like, what
Right.
happened? Then now you got this drama going on. But Tiffany's like, well, I only had this short line. You should have put a stop to this. Man, this is not funny. But like a lot of her acting is not that funny. I just kind of like her stand-up, really, and her, the background and everything. But a lot of her acting is not that funny because it's the same type of same girl in a different
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
every
Same
time.
roles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of them fit, and some of them you're like, oh my God. I think the skit was so low budget and there was not an adult on set during the audition. Had it been there, probably
Mm.
would not have. I don't even know. But it's like somebody went and dug up some. Actually, I think it was one of the kids that decided to push a lawsuit. It's at a 22-year-old now.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just hear stuff about certain celebrities, and um, it kind of throws you off a little bit
Mhm.
because,
Mhm.
you know, would it have been funny if it was in the 90s? Maybe,
It
because,
probably would have been a little bit more funny if it was in the 80s or 90s, because it was a lot of people who knew that folks was doing stuff they didn't have no business doing, and yet the families didn't talk about it. Thank God that people have gotten out that mentality and really, put these folks on blast, let them do something, because it's not okay.
no,
It's
it's
not
not
okay.
okay. And going back to a comment that you made about children being in movies and things, I
Mhm.
totally agree. Like, I personally cannot watch a movie if it has anything to do with a child getting hurt,
Mhm.
a horror story, or just a tragedy. Like, I don't
Yeah,
even want to be a part of it. Like,
I
I
don't either.
don't even put that mess in my mind. Like, I'm not even
Mm-mm.
interested. Like, I tell people right off, is there a kid in there? Because I'm not watching it.
Okay, yeah, I do not.
Unless they're doing magical shit, I'm not watching it, you know?
Mm-mm. 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 That's
um,
why I never even watched the Harry Potter movie. That's a little bit too.
oh, that is one of my favorites.
I cannot. I can't. First of all, I don't like all that kind of stuff, but that is not. I like watching HGTV.
Yeah.
Look how this is what they be showing me on my recommendations. Flip this house. I be doing. Oh, I be thinking I about so many tool kits creating plans on what I'm gonna do, man.
I have so many lists of carpentry that I think in my head I can do. I'm like, it's gonna be good. I'm just gonna need 4 cuts of this 2x2, and we just gonna make a whole thing. I haven't made nothing yet.
Oh, Lefty, is that right? Huh. She said, Lefty said that he think it was somebody in her family.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't like Harry. I don't like Harry Potter. I don't like none of that kind of stuff. Animated.
Yeah, I like it because it's magical, it's fantasy, it's sci-fi, it's, you know, something must have existed for these people to come up with stories. But anyway, I think it's really sad.
That's very well possible. I had a professor tell us one time. He said, "It is very egotistical of the human being to think that nothing else exists but us."
Yeah.
I was like, well, we are kind of
egotistical. It's very true. I mean, it's funny that you could watch a movie about Star Trek and Star Wars, but think that nobody else is out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this planet is well maintained and established, wouldn't that mean that the possibility of others exist? Plus, I'm very into Egyptian stuff. They have pretty explicit depictions of them talking to foreign people.
Maybe they was on hallucinogens. We don't know. Yeah, hallucinogen will make you talk to other folk. I'm trying to tell you. You better listen to me. Hallucinogens will have you real talk.
How come they didn't draw that then?
Huh? Do what?
How come they didn't draw no hallucinogen?
They was on that peyote.
Get oh my God, peyote.
There you go. Shoot, you know how I do it. I just throw it on out there.
What's the other one that they do in Peru? They do oh gosh. Of course, now that I'm trying to think of it, it begins with an A, I believe. Anyway.
But this is my whole thing. If they can get here, but we can't get there.
How do you know we can't get there? Listen to me. Listen to me on this.
Go by facts.
These people, wait.
I gotta see it.
These people were about to have a launch. I don't even know if they did already.
Rosemary time.
There you go. It'll do it. These people were going to have a launch from NASA to the moon, just to drop off a satellite. And they couldn't do it because of, there's lightning within 12 miles. But you apparently landed the whole thing on the moon, took pictures, all this, put a flag, right? We were told this stuff.
Mm-hmm. But did you see Edwards post about the Mars? Man, that looked just like Earth, don't it?
Sure does.
That look just like Earth.
It's just red.
Hmm?
They were smoking rosemary.
But does anybody know why Tiffany Haddish? They say they've been saying that she is in Greece right now. Is that where she just normally?
Oh yeah, she took off. I read that she took off. She's been on like a 5-day drinking binge, allegedly. Allegedly, she took off.
Allegedly, yeah.
Well, is there some guilt, or is it just like you don't want the pressure?
I don't even know.
Ayahuasca is the other thing. The Peruvian plant-based psychedelic is called ayahuasca. I don't think that the Egyptians had a hold of it, but whatever. I wasn't there either. Nothing is impossible, just not discovered as of yet. Just like space travel, that hasn't always been a thing. And yeah, but it was allegedly life. The Egyptians, I love them. The Sumerians, the Peruvians, the Nazca lines, they apparently had interactions with beings who flew in some sort of spacecraft.
You are excuse me. Which all of these Egyptians, Peruvians, all them was on some of them some of that stuff. But I think anything is possible. This is what I told one busy mama last week or week before or something. I said, you know what? Everything that we know is just because somebody told us. Somebody told us, and we know that these drawings on the wall was actually
there.
They could have just been. We don't know because we were not there.
Yeah,
My whole thing is everything that we know. We know that these are called curtains because somebody told us these are called curtains. We know that this is
true
brown because somebody has whatever. So whatever anybody that is in have enough power to come up with, they can make people think whatever they want to think.
That is very true.
Yeah, you better just start trying to get sincere here and know who you are, what you about, what you stand for, you know, it whatever, and be comfortable with that. And I think that's why people don't understand Lizzo, because he goes, but he gonna be high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, heart attack, whatever. And I'm like,
and we've talked about that. Just because you're not, you know, size 8 with the curvy waist and all that doesn't mean that you're not healthy.
Right. And I'm now physical activity now, and she probably can outperform
me
athletes. Yeah, everybody, all the rest of them, and it still be good. But I don't know. I can't. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I don't really know none of the songs. I don't know none of the songs. I don't know the people. I just pick up a few here and there, listen to a little bit of the radio, and try to stay current and whatever. But
I know the one. It's about that time.
Okay, and that's why I be turning it out. But
I think we need to stop making fun of people in general. Just stop.
Yes.
I mean, it's funny, like, to a degree, you know, but making fun of people is just not funny at all.
I think if somebody put themselves out there to be laughed at, like, you know, some comedians, they joan on themselves. So yeah, if you
laugh
put
about
it out
your
there,
own stuff.
Right. That's one thing. Don't go for nobody. Don't go
like
for nobody.
He really went hard. He called her, or he said that she looked like the poop emoji.
And if he was talking about that dress that she wore at that Oscar thing, it
doesn't even matter. Has he looked at himself?
I know that part, but I'm just saying that wasn't a very flattering dress. But he could have said it differently. And I think that he had a right to say whatever his opinion was, but not in a disrespectful way. If you're going on to a award show, you know people are coming out there to see what you got on, then you got to have to expect that some people are going to like it or not like it.
Yeah, boom. Always.
But like she said, I thought what she said was the bomb diggity. She said, I know that it doesn't even require a response because I'm winning. I'm winning. I don't even have to talk about it, baby. I'm telling you, Lizzo is the next Beyonce. Okay, I'm telling you.
Yeah, she already making them connections. We're talking about Aries Spears and the drama that he's in. We were talking about aliens. We were talking about a lot of things. You know, we bounce back and forth on this ADHD train, you know, wherever our minds go. Yeah, the thing about Lizzo, I mean, Aries just needs to just stop.
He needs to take 2 seats.
Just stop.
He should have shut up when he got punched in the face. That's all I'm saying. That should have given you a little warning that you was out of control. And I wish I could go back and figure and remember what that was about.
Society pushes desirability on everyone so much that when we see other people who are comfortable in their own skin, they can't take it. It's sad.
Oh, that is good. Who said that? That was profound.
Lavish.
Who we got smart in? Who we got smart in the chat? That is right, because everybody wants to. I mean, but it's been since the beginning of time. They say, "Oh, you have to be, you know, about this color or this Barbie doll type of shape," and that's exactly what it is.
I'm the only alien here, according to you. You are so funny. But you know, I find it even worse that you know, when we talk about discrimination or racist remarks or homophobic remarks, and then you have people of the same, background that should know better, or at least know what it feels like, and you're dogging on somebody that you should be promoting. You should be loving intensely. Maybe she didn't wear the right dress. Maybe you thought she looked like a piece of poop. But really, is it worth you saying it out loud to other people?
Exactly.
I don't think so. Yeah, we're supposed to be moving forward. Exactly. Like, you can uplift each other in the best ways. You can say, shout out to Lizzo for having the confidence to wear whatever
that's what I love.
He wants to wear, right?
Baby.
That's what he could have said, and probably would have been praised and whatever. But he decided to be in the gutter, disrespectful. But
it was a personal attack. It seemed like a personal attack on her, not the outfit.
And he does that. He got into it with Mike Epps. He got into it with a few other people. Like, he just says stuff outlandish. And the backlash is usually not in his favor. Yeah, he wanted attention. He likes attention. He's been to Connecticut a few times, and that's where I've seen him. Aries Spears, he's a comedian, an old-time comedian when he was on I want to say MTV, but now I forget. But anyway, he still does his comedy shows.
I think so. He just like Tekashi 6ix9ine. He found the biggest star and go attack him. So his name, whenever they search his name, their name, his name will pop up.
So he's like, what is that? Caboosing, like riding the train off of that person. Ladies, we talked about podcast labs episode. I've now started my podcast on Anchor. Woo woo!
Yeah,
that is awesome.
That is fantastic.
Now I need to
There you okay? Is that your to-do list?
I know. So the other thing about Aries Spears coming out, and I heard what Cat Williams said, and I like Cat Williams. He's funny. He's genuinely funny. He gets himself into a lot of trouble, but he's funny. He makes fun of himself. He makes fun of, his own problems. Anyway, and he said, do old jokes survive now? Like, can you tell the same jokes that you would have been able to, like Eddie Murphy and who else was Robin Williams even did some controversial stuff.
I don't even think Shanae and them would work it.
No, Martin, none of that. If I was Lizzo, I would have said, when the last time you made anything? I know. It's free and easy, 6 minutes from DL. Oh, download the app and upload. Ooh, I honestly forgot who he was. Oh, you're kidding, Lavish. That's a big
exactly.
Like I said, I've seen him twice, and they were funny, but it wasn't about celebrities. It was back then. It was about himself and about what he's, seen and done and stuff like that. But I think attacking anybody on a public platform is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's thirsty.
Yeah, and real, like, we shouldn't even be paying any attention. But Aries, Mad TV. I said MTV. Mad TV. Thank you, Kenneth. I never really watched those. I wasn't allowed to watch those shows back then. Mad TV and SNL, and then when I got older and I'm old enough to watch it, I never really did. Mad long ago, right? But we need to learn how to bring attention to things without destroying people in the process.
Exactly. I mean, you would think it'd be basic, but we all mess up. And I know we've probably we've all said some stuff that we wanted to maybe take back at least a time or two.
Yeah. And we talked about celebrities when they get a little bit of money. I don't know if we actually did, but when they get a little bit of money, they just lose it Completely.
That is the Hollywood culture. That is the Hollywood culture, though.
So wild.
What I don't understand is, like, because people, we got all these theories about Illuminati. I personally just think it's people with a whole lot of money. It's a whole lot of money.
Up in here.
But I don't think it's some kind of cult. I'm like devil. Nothing. I don't, sold your soul to the devil. I just think it's people who got a whole, like, real money. They will, they can finesse people how they want to.
Mm-hmm. And people get swept up. I mean, this is not new history in all of civilization that we have well documented. The greed and the money becomes a cloud in certain people's mind. Leaders and great kingdoms have fallen over money.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, real Crystal, real late electrician, baby. Yes, I think he definitely did it on to become relevant again. He is a troll. I mean, I ain't saying it. That's just my opinion. Everything that come out of my mouth.
I agree with that opinion. A troll is exactly it.
He just appears to be a troll. Like, he's going to come out whatever he can, whatever. And I don't even understand why. Like, he was a very talented individual back then. But I was listening to Irv Gotti talking about how he has the ideas, the music, the this, the that, but he didn't have the money to do whatever he wanted to do, create this whole ecosystem of entertainment. And that, I'm just paraphrasing what the man said on Drink Champs, but he said, but there are people with just gobs of money. Where are these people? Can I get some?
And can I just get a half a gob?
Half a gob, okay. A gob will do it.
Yeah, just a little. You won't even notice it.
Exactly. I mean, like he said there, when you are able to entertain in these circles, like engage in these circles, that there are people who are looking, like they don't have the idea, they don't have the creativity or whatever, they got the money, and you're looking for the people who have the ideas and the whatever. And I was like, man, oh shoot, oh. Yeah, so I'm like, where are these people now?
Just the eighth.
Hey.
And I mean, that's just a whole nother problem, but I feel like money can't buy a lot of things, because like you said, like, these people are just, they have no ideas, they have no creativity, so they're just looking for something to invest in, put their name on it, slap a label, that's fine. If they really took the time to invest in themselves.
I don't know. It's just fascinating, because I think that we miss opportunities when I'm trying to say this carefully. I think we miss opportunity when we don't embrace what's good and pure and wonderful and concentrate on negative. But I think they trying to make them all foul. Like, they tried to scandalize Will Smith after he done slapped Chris Rock. Chris Rock probably been needing to get slapped based on what we had talked about. But just saying. But it's like, anybody that we feel like is, or that we feel like, oh man, they have arrived, they, he really done something. Now they try to just break them down into this lowest denominator. Like, why?
Because everybody has a weakness. Everybody has a weakness. Everybody has that Achilles heel, right? Where you can just pick at it a little bit and you make them fall. So you mentioned Chris Rock, okay? And we were talking about ayahuasca. Not Chris Rock, but Will Smith. Recently, when he did his interview with Oprah, he talked about it. and how he went to Peru. He went to a little village where they do the ayahuasca sessions, because sometimes these ayahuasca sessions can last a few minutes or a few hours or the whole damn day. That's my indoor bug zapper, by the way.
Oh.
And so he did this, and this is where apparently he found some clarity and was, very mindful of the things that he was going through at the time that he was going through them with Jada and all this. But apparently that clarity didn't last too long. He went on a whole spiritual awakening, and it didn't really work out. Wow, Michelle, it's done here. I mean, that's probably not safe, but they like to replicate a lot of things. I mean, it doesn't naturally grow here. It's an actual mixture of a bunch of plants. So, and under the right circumstances can be very dangerous at times. So this is why you have to be with the right people. Especially in Peru. There have been a lot of people who go to Peru, Bolivia, Chile, whatever, for these ayahuasca seminars or sessions and have died because if you do it with the wrong, I don't want to say shaman because I'm not sure that that's the name, but holistic healer, whatever.
Mike Tyson was talking about that too, how he tried to come out of all the trauma that he has experienced in his life. And we're doing however you say it.
I heard a turned atheist discuss his God finding. It's done under doctor's guidance for the trip. Okay. I may be a little behind in the chat, but I don't think money changes people. If anything, I believe money brings out the person we truly. Oh, that's true. I mean,
facts. Nikki, you said it. Yeah,
that's really true. Under the wrong and right circumstances, people show their true colors. What do they call alcohol truth serum? Because if you give a certain person alcohol, they'll start spilling all the beans. But I may be thinking of other medicinal acids. There are different hallucinogenic things, variations out there that people go on these trips and try to discover themselves and whatnot. Like I said, the Peruvian version of ayahuasca is under their control. Like they make this thing themselves. It's not like, oh, let me just go grab a bottle of ayahuasca, But anyway.
You have to know somebody that knows somebody to go.
Right. Hey, but I guess God can find you in any aspect he wants. That's true. A lot of it is blocking, in my personal belief. A lot of it is we all harbor old, new demons that prevent us from finding ourselves. So some people are blocked by money. Some people are blocked by drugs. Some people are blocked by whatever life circumstances are. But that's just my opinion. Atheism is an interesting one, though, Michelle, because if you believe in nothing, that means you believe in something. So therefore, you have to believe in creation of something. You can't just believe in zero. 0 plus 0 equals 0, My opinion, they could correct me all day, I'm sure, if I sat with them.
See you later.
Thank you guys for coming. I mean, we just right on time. It's been a shamble of a topic, but I did want to talk about Aries Spears and this Tiffany Haddish thing because it's popped up in the news. And to conclude, I think we all, even if we don't have children, because there's a lot of people who don't have children or have grown children, I think we need to be more consciously aware of where our children are and who they are around. If there's anything that you can take out of that skit is that there are plenty of pedophiles lurking. And there's a lot of people who have kids that are pedophiles. So you can't just be like, oh, it's the creepy dude down the street with no kid. Sometimes it's women. Sometimes it's a couple. Sometimes, you never know. So we need to pay attention to our children, our friends' children's, our nieces, nephews, grandchildren, all of them, because it is a problem. It is a
It
huge
is.
problem.
It seems like it's a growing problem. I know that somebody just exposed somebody on YouTube
Oh, God.
that put out a confessional about what he was doing to people that were he was gaming with and chatting with. And so yeah, it's a whole thing. And I'm
Wow.
like, yeah. And I think so. In essence, even though the skit was in poor taste, it kind of put it back out there, like on the forefront, that we need to be more aware of, like you just said, of what's going on and who our children are with. Who, but it's like even I'm in Dallas. I don't know about if it's happening anywhere else. Even in the daycares, they find it people that they supposed to
Yes.
have background checks. It's like,
Yes.
I mean, like but it doesn't make sense because our minds don't operate like that. But how can you combat it? Like you have to and then some people say, well, if it was back in the old days, then the wives would be at home and
Oh, God, that's another topic I wrote down.
then and you'll be able to keep your kids safe and not have them going on
But
like that.
that's part of the skit, is that she's leaving her kid with Uncle Pete, who seems to be a blood relative. I mean, back in the day, there was a little comfort, I would say. Like there was a lot more community. I know for me, growing up, we were always at somebody's house, my aunt's house, my uncle's house. I went away for the summer with my aunt. Like, but I was always aware. Like, I think maybe the paranoia that my mom lived in created the paranoia that I have. Like, I look at people all the time. I'm like, yo, what you doing at the park? You ain't got no kids. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello?
Thanks, bus driver.
Which one is yours? Bus drivers, exactly, because there's like this what do you call it, desperation to fill the need, and then they just fill people that are not qualified and have horrible backgrounds, and they're around our children.
But I think I don't know. And it's so sad because when people say, well, if the mothers were at home and the men were out to go into work, that it can keep a safer environment, because then you look at all the ideas and the visionary things that women have done over the years to progress how we live, would never have happened. And it's like, but we'll have some safe kids.
Right. I mean, and people were getting snatched when I was growing up.
Oh, that's true, Lavish. Yeah, sad part is realistic. Yeah. Hey, Kathy B.
I just think it came across in a very disgusting sort of. I mean, you could have done it differently, but
Okay, I have one more thing before we go. Comedy
yeah.
Hype said if they had did the skit with an adult, would had been in better taste. And speaking of that, comedian Capone, he was saying that he was 11 and I want to say his cousin of lady did some advances on them. And so it's like, yeah, it's not just girls, it's boys with girls, but all of that stuff. So don't think nobody is safe. Everybody needs to be,
We all need to be looking out for each other instead of trying to report somebody or, oh, she ain't raising her kids right. I ain't talking to her, or judging people based off of what they see, or their own personal values on raising kids. If we didn't have that mentality, we would be able to defend children from these types of things happening. Like, it's not okay to have Uncle Pete anywhere near. Like, yo ass needs to be locked the hell up somewhere.
Throw away the key.
You know, and Lavish said that bus operators actually have an FBI background check. Yes, and probably in some great places. But I'm pretty sure, and I think I put it in there, stuff happens in Florida. Just I don't even know, like Florida news. If you're from Florida, I apologize in advance because I don't understand the mentality, but a lot of stuff that happens here, they're just like okay with it. They think it's normal. They think it's, you know, it happens everywhere. It must happen everywhere. But some of the stuff that happens here is just out of this world. Like I think Florida wants to bring back corporal punishment. Like the teachers are able to whoop your kids.
Oh yeah, they probably.
But how are you able to whoop my kid and I can't?
That part.
What the hell? I
That makes no sense.
But you can knock him upside the head.
Straight capping.
Oh, come on. Anyway, if you enjoy the content and you're lurking somewhere and you're just listening to us because, you know, you have to replay and you want something fresh in your brain, because we spark some stuff in the brain over here. We get you thinking. Comment. We always like comments, and you can just say hi. You don't have to be like, oh my God, this was such a fabulous show, I'm going to be here every week. Just be like, hey, that's it. I'm good. Anything you have to say?
No, I just thank everybody for being here. Yeah, this is good. You know, just continue to keep your eyes open and your ears open for stuff that's going on, and be aware. And let's try to focus more on. I know we probably preaching to the choir. You know, whenever we have to comment, when I was in training, and then I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. We had what I called a sandwich. You put some sweet, put whatever you got the feedback that you need to provide, and add it again or something else nice. You know what I'm saying? So if you have to deliver a challenging statement, nice feedback, nice. So whenever you start, you're nice, and whenever you end, you're nice. So whatever is in the middle is just can be what is it called?
Taken
consumed. Yeah. More easily. You know what I'm saying?
Layered.
So, but think about that. We have to just continue to be cognizant of those things.
Yeah, I think so. And again, teaching each other, reteaching, you know, because a lot of things, we mentioned this in the beginning of the thing, a lot of the stuff that we've learned was taught to us. So we then have to teach on to the next people. They're not just going to automatically know how to behave and how to have manners and how to be respectful and what's okay, what's not okay, what's inappropriate, and how to be professional. So we definitely need to
compliment sound. That's why I was trying to come up with Geeky Girls. Yeah, this is something that's always helpful, you know, because they were like, oh, you get on my nerves. And then instead of saying, oh, you get on my nerves, say, oh, I love how you're very engaged.
yeah.
You know, it may not always be well received, but I love that you're paying attention.
You're so passionate.
So passionate. Very detailed oriented.
Oh.
Bye, y'all. We better get out of here.
Peace. Take it easy. Peace.